everyone. This is Carly of Period Drama Style and Swoon-Worthy podcast on Instagram. And I'm here with Sunny, who joins me on a lot of our podcast episodes and bonus episodes where we break down the latest news in the period drama world. Hi, Sunny.
Hi, Carly. I'm so excited to talk Bridgerton with you today.
Yes, this has been a Bridgerton-filled afternoon for us in the US and evening for perhaps others because today was the premiere day for Bridgerton season 4. They had the red carpet going on, they had all these events, and then we were going to get a sneak peek and see that first full-length episode 1, which was amazing, right?
I thought it was perfect. It's definitely my favorite episode of Bridgerton I think I've seen. Is it
Ooh.
too soon to say that this is going to be my favorite season? But I actually really think it is. I thought the first episode was just stellar.
Yeah. No, it delivered from our, expectations. We've seen some photos, some stills come out of their masquerade ball gowns. And in the interviews at the premiere, every time someone would ask, like, what was your favorite scene? What was your favorite episode? They would all say the masked ball episode, right?
Totally. And there is something so romantic about the idea of a masked ball.
I mean, masquerade ball episodes and scenes in period dramas are my absolute favorite. It just
Yes.
makes it feel like an actual historical drama when you get that, and it's like so satisfying.
Totally. And there's so many iconic ones. Like the first one that comes to mind is, of course, Marie Antoinette,
Oh yeah.
Kirsten Dunst in the black. It's like a
Oh,
mesh mask,
yes.
which is very unconventional. To me, that's like such an iconic look. And now that I'm thinking about it, a character in this episode of Bridgerton wears something very similar as like
Like
a
the
mask.
illusion ribbon type
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Oh my goodness. I have to go see. I already want to see the episode again
I know, I'm the same.
because the showrunner in one of the interviews said 200 costumes were made by John Glazer for this masquerade ball scene. So there's no way you can just pick it all up at once.
Yeah. Wow, that's true. Yeah, you
Mm.
and they're all sort of like themed, right? But they all like play a recognizable character from like literature or
Mm-hmm.
from history. And so you're right. If we were to go back and like pause, we could probably pick out more familiar faces.
It would be really fun to do. And I think from the movie stills that came out, the one I was most just like in awe over was Claudia Jessie as Eloise as Joan of Arc. It suited her so well.
I really thought so too. And that like bob, that like sharp bob on her just looked so chic. I thought she looked incredible. Like that's like one of my favorite Eloise looks of all time.
I know. It was so perfect for her as as the character of Eloise, and she looked amazing. Like, oh.
I also love that they like subbed in like beaded embroidery for chainmail. I thought that looked so cool.
Yeah, very creative. And other ones, I mean, we got Penelope as a pirate, so cute and comical.
When it came out that Colin and Penelope were going to be pirates, I almost wondered if this was like a nod to the fans
I think
because
so.
do you think so
I
too,
think
right?
so. I know what you're going
Because
to say.
last season everyone was saying that Colin Bridgerton looked so much like a pirate with his like open chest shirts and his like huge sleeves and stuff. And even like his hair, like he was just like a swashbuckling character.
Oh my gosh, especially in that scene where he's like got the rope for the balloon, the hot air
Yes.
balloon that runs away. Like
Oh my gosh, how could I forget?
Lady Violet looked beautiful and
Oh,
ethereal. Wow.
stunning. Yeah, I thought that was a perfect costume for her.
Hmm.
Titania, Queen of the Fairies.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone looked so beautiful in this masquerade ball scene. I want to talk more about episode 1, but maybe we just step back a little bit and talk about the premiere. So, for our listeners who may have joined the premiere, this live streaming event, or they just want to catch up with us, we'll talk about it. So, it started earlier today and we were having technical difficulties. You and I
I
were
thought I was gonna
texting.
have a heart attack.
You and I were texting like, is this happening to you too? And then you got on Reddit and you were like reassuring me that everyone else was experiencing the same thing.
Yes, everyone else was either looking at a blank screen like nothing was happening for them, or they were looking at the "we'll be right back" screen that we were all stuck on for like 2 hours before anything happened. Oh my gosh. Well, at least we all like were in it together.
We were in it together. Then I ended up finding on YouTube the Associated Press stream. And that was kind of fun too, because we had some interviews on the red carpet to catch while we were waiting for Tudum to get working. And I think you and I had some fun listening to Luke Thompson speaking French on the red carpet.
Oh my gosh, what a talented man.
Yeah, so I looked him up. So apparently he lived in France from age 2 to 18 and went to school and there and is also proficient in Italian. But yeah, so he's like a fluent
Wow.
native French speaker.
No way. I had
Mhm.
no idea. A man
Yeah.
of mystery, a man of layers.
Yes, and he looked very swoon-worthy, if I may say so, on the red carpet.
He did. It was like an entirely black ensemble. I love that kind of like when a
Hmm.
man's like tux is like the jacket's black, the shirt's black. I think it's so suave looking.
It is, and I wonder if that played homage to his Masquerade character because he's wearing all black with the
Mm.
black mask,
I
maybe. I
think
don't
you're
know.
totally right. Yeah.
And then we got to see Yerin Ha. And am I saying her name how you would say?
I think so. Yeah, it's very different in Korean, but I think that's how she pronounces her name in English.
Okay. And yeah,
Yeah.
and I love her Australian accent too.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Adorable. But yeah, she is just dazzling on the red carpet in a silvery mint green, slightly toned dress. I think you and I were oohing and awing over her.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she was breathtaking. Like I
Mm.
literally like squealed when I saw the first photos of her dress come out. Just like what a vision. And I love that how they styled her hair. I thought it like complemented the dress really well. Like she just like looked like a statue.
Yeah, she's so beautiful. I don't know the designer of the gown. I don't know if it came out yet, but
Me neither. I haven't seen anything about who it was.
looks like
Okay.
it's Prada. I,
Ooh,
you know,
Prada. Love it.
hmm but just beautiful. And their interviews were cute together. And then also on the red carpet, I don't know if you saw it, but it was Hyacinth, Florissant Hunt, and Gregory Will Tilston, and they were doing like a little interview, and then Eloise just crashed the party.
Yes, I saw that so on like in character.
Oh my gosh, Claudia Jessie is just made for like red carpet and like interviews and Instagram reels. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's so funny. And the three of them are so funny together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love like their chemistry as siblings, just
Hmm.
playing off one another.
Yeah. It'll be interesting because I think everyone is anticipating it to be Eloise's season next. And then we're getting Francesca a little bit last season in this. And I'm just wondering, like, is she going to get a full season or will she be kind of wrapped up in everyone else's seasons? And are we going to get Hyacinth after Eloise?
That's a great question. So, yeah, it is interesting because at the start of season 4 in this first episode, she's already married. I think there is still like a story left to be told for Francesca.
Yeah, I think so too, but I'm curious if it almost sounds like we're gonna get a bit of Scotland in this season. I'm so,
Ooh, I would love that.
I know. So we shall see. And then another just quick funny thing about the Associated Press interview, that stream on YouTube, is that they didn't really know how to turn off mics.
No. Oh my gosh.
It actually happened in the Netflix stream as well, right?
Yeah, a lot. It happened a lot. And there's like, I don't know if you caught that one moment when they had the showrunner Jess Brownell on and she was about to get interviewed and like you saw the interviewer mouth something to her and Jess Brownell's mic was hot and she goes, "Okay, okay, just between you and me then." Like I'm just like, "Whoa,
Ooh.
like everyone's mic was on all the time. We heard everything.
We heard
Um,
everything. It was so interesting, and I kept leaning in. I wanted to hear more.
yeah,
One of the interviewers on the Associated Press one said, "Oh, there's that girl with the ponytail. Did you get that?"
yes,
I
I
was like,
did too. I was like, oh my gosh, what did this girl with the ponytail do?
too funny. But the interviews, and the red carpet, the whole premiere event was interesting. It went a little long, of course. I did think it was really funny when they would interview people who were attending the event in Paris. A lot of them at first had some really great responses to the interviewer questions. I was like, "Oh, that's a true fan. Like that person knows their stuff. They're saying something really nice." And then one girl,
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so they were interviewing fans, just like asking them, like, oh, like, what do you love about Bridgerton, et cetera, et cetera. And they like, the interviewer like turns and like points her mic towards the next person in the row. And what did she say? She was like, what do you love about Bridgerton? And she kind of like looks like a deer in the headlights. Like she's clearly there with her friend who is a
yeah.
fan. And she says, she starts off with, oh well, I don't really like the show, but and then she says something else.
Yeah,
And
like I
did
like
you
the
notice
ambiance or something.
they like moved so quickly from her to like the next person in the row? They're like, oh, we did not get the right person to like do this with. It
Oh
was just so
man.
funny. And
I
you
mean,
know, people are already like making like TikToks and stuff
oh
about it.
sure. Oh
Yeah,
sure.
she's already become a meme.
It
Poor
was just
girl.
it was unfortunate because it was like, yeah, I don't really like the show, but that's kind of a harsh statement on the
Oh
red
my
carpet.
gosh, yeah.
But then they had little perfumed, scent smelling. That was kind of cute. They had all kinds of little things to do with the fans, but I think we were all just ready for episode one to hit.
Yes, very ready, considering we had been like on tenterhooks for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, totally. One other final thing about this premiere event, though, you and I were having fun texting during it, and I was like, who is this guy? Cool sunglasses on the red carpet, orange shirt, looked very like Timothy Chalamet. And I was like, is that Callum Lynch who played Theo way back when with Eloise's character? And then I heard the actor who plays Mr. Mondrich say, "Oh, is that Ollie?" And so I looked it up, and it was Ollie Higginson, Footman John.
Oh my gosh, wow, great ear. I didn't even hear him say that. Yeah, that's so funny. I thought he was like a writer or something. I did not
Yeah.
recognize him at all. But I think you're right. When I was like, "Oh my gosh," like I didn't realize. And you said he's probably a bigger character this season because of the whole upstairs downstairs element. I am so excited for that aspect. And we got in
Yeah.
there right away in
Yeah.
the first episode, which was so fun.
Yeah, so let's talk about the first episode. So, yeah, I think Footman John was in like the first couple scenes.
Yes,
And what a distinct face. Like he looks really good with the wig and the livery. I mean,
I
very,
totally agree.
yeah, because sometimes all the footmen they like blend together or, they're trying to make them just be background actors. But this actor has been in a previous scene in a previous season before, or at least a couple of them.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I wonder if like he knew that his character was being like built up to be such like a main player this season. That's really cool and that's really fun.
Yeah. And he, in the very beginning of this episode, so spoiler alert, if anyone wants to drop off the podcast, if they haven't seen episode one, or if they don't care, they just want to hear us chat, maybe you've read the book, you know what's going to happen. He is covering Benedict's ass a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to. So a little bit of a CYA moment, as we say at work. I don't know if you've heard that acronym,
No, what's that?
like cover your ass.
Oh,
I feel like Footman John knows Benedict, likes to have fun, likes to party, likes to keep a messy kind of life. And he was trying to keep Violet from going over to Benedict's lodgings, and that didn't work. And she came in and she saw him in the morning, having had a night of partying with a couple ladies, being the
yes.
rake that he is.
That was so funny too. And I love this sort of like it's not that it's a change in personality or a change in character necessarily, but I feel like Mother Violet has sort of like leveled up this season, don't you think? There's
Yeah.
like a new sort of like focusedness about her, which I find very exciting and like very thrilling to watch. Like I love watching powerful women on screen and
Yeah.
just like watching her like lay down the law. I don't know. I love that for her. I love that for Lady Violet.
And I wonder if she's wanting to start living her own life and she realizes if I get everyone married, okay, maybe the two younger ones, we won't get them married just yet, then maybe I'll have more time for myself and for my budding romance.
Oh my gosh, yes. And that is also something I'm very looking forward to this season.
Yeah, they're a swoon-worthy couple, and the fact that it's Lady Danbury's brother just makes it quite
Yes.
interesting.
I also love on the internet, everybody's been referring to his character as Mr. Brother,
Mr. Brother,
which
yes.
is so funny.
Yeah, because his name, you're kind of like, what is it again? And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. I like that. Mr. Brother. Lord Marcus Anderson, I believe, in the,
Yes.
but yeah, and he came as Zeus to the Masquerade, but so was Lady Danbury. She was also
Incredible.
Zeus. That was a great moment. And Alice Mondrich in Cleopatra looked beautiful. I think she's such a beautiful actress.
Oh my gosh, yes. And you know what? It's so funny. I love the Mondriches, like as characters. I think they're so much fun. And like I find the actors who play Will and Alice, like they're just so sweet and like I don't know, I'm very interested in their storyline and I only recently found out that they're not fan favorites. I don't know, that like kind of blew my mind because I was like, "Oh, I'm actually like very invested in like what happens to these like to this couple who we've seen I think since the first season." But yeah, I was like super happy to see them like ascend into the ton last season and see them come
Mhm.
back this season. Yeah, what do you think of the Mondriches?
So I have to say they're growing on me. But if you listen back
Mm,
to the season 3 recap episode with my sister that we did, or maybe it was even when we recapped like season 1 and season 2, Kayla and I did kind of talk about how they're the couple when it's their scene on the screen. That's when we get up and like go get a drink of water or something, like move around.
really? That's so
Yeah.
funny.
And I think they're growing on me. I think she is gorgeous. But you know what? Another thing is I don't like boxing in period dramas. I think I've ranted about that
Yes.
on an episode before. And he started out as like the boxer with Simon. And so I think like that kept me from being invested in his
Mm,
scenes in season 1. And so then I like kind of didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I
yeah,
like Alice. I
totally.
do. I think Alice is beautiful, and I'm really liking her and where she's going.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I feel like they're almost like the audience's avatar in this in the world of Bridgerton, you know, they're not a part of the ton or they didn't start out that
Oh,
way. And they're slowly like make or I guess they ascended quite quickly with like the whole inheritance plot line and everything.
yeah.
But like they were kind of like the outsiders looking into like this glitz and glamour world, and they were very grounded. They're realists, and like I don't know. And they married for love. They love each other. It wasn't like a society match per se. So I always like found them to be like the grounding characters. But
I
you're
like
right. They
this.
never really like push the story forward per se. So I can understand why people like wouldn't be as invested in them.
Yeah. But okay, no. I like your insight there that they're the like perhaps our eyes into the world or someone we could
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
I got you. Okay. I mean, it really did get to the masquerade ball scene pretty quickly in the episode. Like there wasn't a lot of time. I mean, we had Queen Charlotte summon Lady Whistledown, aka Penelope, to get all of the gossip before it hits the papers. I think she called it a foretaste, and I thought that was like a really cool way of saying it. And Penelope's just a little bit like, the season's barely started. I don't really have anything for you yet.
Yeah, I love that moment though, and I think they showed it in the trailer as well when Penelope starts talking and she's like, "No, no, no, we must start the proper way," and
Ah,
Penelope does her "Dear gentle readers," and the queen does her like little giggle, like her little like fangirl giggle. I thought that was like one of the best moments in the trailer and in the
Yes.
first episode.
It's like perfect for a trailer, perfect for a little clip. Oh my gosh, it was great. Then it transitions to Julie Andrews' voice. I almost didn't know Julie Andrews was going to continue as the voice of Lady Whistledown in the season.
I totally agree. I had no idea if she was coming back either. But it is I wonder like what the tone would be. I'm very curious like if
Mm,
they had Nicola Coughlan do the voice, like I feel
I
like
don't
that'd be
know.
pretty cool. No, no hate to Miss Julie
No.
Andrews. We love Julie Andrews. But yeah,
It
I
would have
don't know. It
been
is
an
kind of nice to hear her voice though.
yeah, it's like nostalgic, but I think it would have
Yeah.
if they were going to make the switch, it would have made sense to do it between 3 and 4 because we learned the identity of Lady Whistledown. So have to call out Julie Andrews finally got the voiceover award Emmy award
Oh,
this
did
past
she?
year.
Oh, good for her. Well
Best
deserved.
voiceover performance, yes. I think she'd been nominated for the prior Bridgerton seasons, but she won it for season 3. Yay.
Incredible.
And then Sunny, a little connection here because you and I've been talking about this. You and I've been texting about this, but Julie Andrews, this is okay, this is a Cinderella story, season 4.
Yes.
And Julie Andrews was Cinderella.
Yes, I think she was the first Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella
Hmm.
of all time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which I had no idea because I knew Brandy and Whitney Houston
Yes.
as the musical Cinderella. And I had no idea this one, the Julie Andrews one existed. And I found it on YouTube yesterday and watched it. And oh my gosh, I dearly wish that they had a color version. I
I
didn't know it was in
know.
black and white, but oh, she's just so sweet. Like
I know.
like magic, her youthfulness just like radiates on screen, and she's just perfect in it. And yeah, you're right. What a cool like full circle moment for her to be
Yeah.
narrating another Cinderella story.
Yeah, and I almost didn't think about it until the very end of this episode when she's doing the voiceover as Lady Whistledown, talking about how the possible seems impossible. And I was like, it made me think of the song Impossible.
Oh my gosh, wait, you're so right.
Yeah, that's when it like clicked for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, she was Cinderella.
I love that so much. Oh my gosh, what a cool connection.
Yeah. I mean, such a musical voice Julie Andrews has, obviously. So even
She
when she's
really
speaking.
does. Yeah.
All right. And then as we were saying, it goes into the masquerade scenes pretty quickly. And there's beautiful wisteria in front of the Bridgerton house. It's nighttime. There's, the candles glowing on the outside, like the torches or whatever. And we'd seen like a little montage of everyone putting on their mask, including Sophie. And
Yes.
in the book, you get way more upfront about Sophie, like getting ready for the ball, if I'm not mistaken, her friends encouraging her. And here it was just like, nope, we're just going right in. And you can already tell, though, she's very nervous and anxious about going there. And people know the backstory, I think. Yeah.
They do, and I think that's why it was so brilliant of them to introduce us to Sophie like right away with her mask on, because then the reveal at the end of episode 1 where she is, we discover that she's actually a maid and not a lady at all. I think it hits. It hits for
Yeah.
people that haven't read the book and don't know the backstory, and it hits for us as well because obviously we know, and getting to finally meet the real Sophie
Mm,
after all is said and done. I think that was like so cool and like
yeah.
it was such good TV.
It was. It was like I wouldn't have ever thought of doing it that way, but it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And she has a little comical moment with the dance card scene and with Footman John.
Yes. Oh my
He's
gosh.
popping up all over now. Um, and she takes the dance card, and then that plays into her first meeting with Benedict because he sees her like try to hide it, trying to get out of a dance. He swoops in thinking he's going to save the day for this beautiful lady. But I do like her comment where she was like, I could have handled it myself or something. Like, she
Yeah.
could have. She could have.
Yeah.
But she did ask, why did you why did you choose to save me? And he explains that he noticed her kind of like being enamored by the surroundings and beaming with joy at being there, and he was intrigued by that, which is kind of fun because he had seen all the other girls. They were just, they're looking, they've got their eye on the prize. They're looking for a suitor, looking for a match, and she was just taking in the general splendor, looking beautiful in her silver gown.
Yes. Okay, can we just take a moment to talk about how beautiful Yerin
Yeah.
is? She is like luminous.
Yeah.
And I feel like that shot in particular, the one you just spoke about, where we see her like gazing up at this
Yeah.
chandelier, that's like one of the first clips we ever got to see of Yerin Ha playing
Hmm.
Sophie as fans. And I was just like, oh my gosh, she's stunning. I really think she's like star quality.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that, I mean, clearly, like it totally is believable that Benedict Bridgerton would fall in love with her at first
Hmm.
sight because she just like exudes joy and like innocence and happiness and
Hmm.
yeah. Oh, I think she's really like the perfect casting choice for Sophie. And like and you were saying that comedic moment with Footman John,
Hmm.
she's funny. Like you don't
Yeah.
really get that from the preview clips and like the interviews, but oh my gosh, she's really funny. Like her
Yeah.
comedic timing. Yeah.
Yeah. The timing. Yeah. So far, I'm a fan of her acting in this first episode. And because she does, she does have the innocence about her, but then she also has a bit of a commanding presence. And like when she speaks confidently. And I think that's the thing that Benedict gets is she's kind of like a bit of a contradiction. Like she says she's, perhaps shy or she doesn't fit in, but she looks stunning and she can speak well. So it's like he's intrigued by her just in general. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love like what she's bringing to this character because having read the books, like you get you get the sense that like Sophie's like very reserved and like shy and sort of like keeps to herself. But I feel like Yaren's playing her very not differently in a bad way, just like she's bringing some like spunk to her character and
Hmm.
like the way she totally is able to sort of like have that banter with Benedict. Like you believe that there is like I don't know, like something between them. There's that like spark.
Spark. She
Yeah.
kind of reminded me of Drew Barrymore as Danielle in Ever
Ah,
After
yes. Oh my gosh, that's a great comparison.
because she's got some confidence. She's intelligent. She'll speak up, but of course she's going to be a bit anxious or, nervous or doesn't feel like she fits in those certain situations. Like I feel like she would talk to Benedict about utopia, you know. So,
Yeah. And I just love that um well, he gives her a little kiss on the cheek, which I
mhm.
think was supposed to be like a
Yeah.
respectful gesture. And she goes in, she like goes back
Yeah.
and kisses him like full on the mouth, and you're like, ah!
Yeah. That
I
was
just love that.
that was a sweet thing. And I feel like that's because he's already in his head thinking of her differently than his little escapades, his one night stands. He even says to his mother, oh, they're just acquaintances. So I think by kissing her on the cheek, he was like even saying to himself, like, this woman's different. I'm going to treat this person differently. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then he takes the glove off, kisses her hand very
Ooh.
sweetly, sweetly, a little spicy.
Yeah.
And then we get him saving the glove. So the glove is like the Cinderella slipper, which is kind of a nice take.
Yes. Yeah, I was wondering like why it was the glove instead of the slipper. I can't remember. It's been a while since I read the book. I like read the book as soon as I found out Yerin Ha was cast.
Oh yeah.
So it's been like almost a year and a half. Is
It's a
there that
glove.
moment in the book where he like takes the glove off so sensually and like kisses her wrist?
I think
Because that was
so.
so good.
That was good. And I know it was the glove that he like uses to try to find her, not a slipper, but I'll have to look back to see if it's like, yeah, the way he takes, I'm
Yeah.
sure it is. I'm sure
Ooh.
it is. I know. I
I
know.
loved it. What a delicious moment.
It was very nice because yeah, we've seen the rake version of him, the bohemian, if you will, version of him. And I know some people don't like that. And I almost I'm tired of that side of Benedict, like I get it.
Totally.
He wanted to explore things, that's fine, but I guess I'm with Violet here. I'm ready for him to settle down with someone. I didn't like how he did something like right before the party with someone.
Yeah,
I thought that was a little
I know. I
like
know.
I get like a couple nights before your mom walks in, like that was fine, but like literally right before the party. So and then he comes in and he like smells like gin. I'm like,
I know. No, I totally agree. Like, as Sophie Beck's friend, I want more for her than that. You know what I mean?
yeah. I love that. Yeah. So I'm ready for that side of him to go
Yeah, me
away.
too. Yeah, he's just like so lost. He's like so lost in the world but then you almost like wonder, can someone reform so quickly? You know, to
Right,
go
right.
from rake to lover boy overnight? I don't think so. So I hope they like work that into the story. Again, not I can't remember like how it happens in the book, but for us to like see that sort of organic progression, like not just pinning everything on Sophie, like, oh, you changed me, and that's
Right,
like
right.
why I'm a good person now. I hope Benedict goes through, like a transformation inside of himself
More
that
of a
makes
journey.
sense. Yeah.
More of a journey. Yeah. And I know there were a couple speeches that he had conversations, I think one with Anthony, I can't remember, maybe one with Eloise or something, where we get to really see like what he's thinking. And so maybe they'll recall those moments or something of him trying to find himself. Yeah.
And there is something so romantic about the idea of a masked ball, about a masquerade. I've never attended one personally. I would love to. Have
Oh my
you?
gosh. I've attended a murder mystery soiree on a Halloween weekend at a like a hotel resort type place, and my husband and I went, and I got to wear finally a mask that I actually bought when I was a teenager, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like.
Oh my
If
gosh, this is
you'll
so
indulge,
exciting.
if you'll indulge me here for a second, and I gotta untie the knot.
Also, I'm so jealous. That sounds like so much fun. How was that?
It was a lot of fun. I They picked me to be part of this one of the scenes in the murder mystery. Like we were just
Yeah.
guests, and I was like a waitress, and I actually won Best Actress that night.
No way, Carly! Look at you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was trying to ham it up and like serve people
Oh
things. I don't
my
know.
gosh,
Anyways,
that's
okay.
so cool. Beautiful, stunning,
It's blue
um,
and gold, right?
incredible on theme. It's got the Bridgerton blue and gold.
Yeah.
I
So I
think you
bought
need
this
to wear that for the rest of the episode.
at Can you imagine? Like, hi, Sunny. No, but I bought this at Epcot in the Italy section. So it says it's like an Italian mouse, but it was from Epcot.
Incredible,
I could
incredible.
I could wear it on my head like this.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Anyways, a little bit of fun, but a couple notes on Queen Charlotte. So I loved her like red and blue, red and like icy lighter blue dress. And the fact that she didn't wear a mask to the masquerade, I think was a key moment
Yes.
or key plot point. And she was very sassy, as she always is, but I almost missed it. I like needed to be reminded of how great some of her one-liners are, where she was just like she doesn't want to do a diamond or a debutante. She wants to do a bachelor this season. And she tells Penelope that she's chosen Benedict for this role, this for the season, and she just says, "We have talked enough," and dismisses her. It was just great.
Yeah, I know, I agree. I love her like facial expressions too, her like little smirks and stuff. She's so good.
Yeah, Golda is so good. And then
Yeah.
and then Lady Danbury has all this like this like great monologue about wanting to return to her where she was born, and she says, "No." Wow.
I know. I
We'll see how that plays out.
know. I know. I feel like we don't really get too much. The great thing about the TV shows, we get so much time with all of these individual characters, whereas in the books, it's mostly told
Hmm.
through the perspectives of like the people involved in the main couple.
Yeah.
And so I'm very curious actually, as someone who's ever only ever read one book, like where Lady Danbury's story is going.
Yeah. She played a bigger part in Colin and Penelope's book. She played a Lady
Okay.
Danbury did. And so I wanted more from her in season three because I she had a good little relationship with Penelope and the two of them had scenes together in the book. And I don't think they had that in season three. So yeah, Lady Danbury, I really do love the actress and the character. Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like, I want her character to be happy, but I also don't want her to leave the show.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, I'm kind of hoping she stays, but,
They could have some scenes of her traveling, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll get a bit of Pollen this season, and so far I'm liking their scenes, and I just love Nicola. So, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so just to round out the final scene of the episode one, we have Sophie returning home, and she's already served tea to her mistress, if you will, and the girls, and then she's like at home in her little attic room and wistfully dreaming about her experience. And I love her like servants' quarters like looks. Her dresses are really pretty.
Oh my gosh. Yes, agree. She looks, I don't know if this is like what anyone wants to hear, but she looks great as a maid.
Yeah, she does. She does. And I like the pattern they use and the colors they use for her gowns, her dresses there, and like the fichu, which is like that sheer fabric that goes over her shoulders and is tucked in the front. I just think it really completes the outfit and she looks so pretty in it.
Also,
Okay.
I love her bedroom. I know
Yeah.
it's like it's supposed to be, like Cinderella's attic bedroom, but it looks so cozy.
It
I
looks
kind of love it.
warm. It looks
Yeah.
warm and cozy. I'm with you. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind it too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been looking forward to this season so much. And it's funny, like I am a Bridgerton fan. Like I've watched every season that's come out before. I've seen Queen Charlotte, loved Queen Charlotte. But there's something about this season that I am just so excited for, and I haven't felt this like level of anticipation for something since I was like a kid. Like like the anticipation that I felt for like, I don't know, the release of like a new Harry Potter book
Oh
or
yeah.
I don't know, like I'm trying to think of like what fandoms I was a part of when I was like in middle school, like
Yeah, yeah,
elementary school, middle
yeah.
school. This feels like that. And I think, a large part of that has to do, of course, with the fact that the romantic female lead is played by a Korean actress, like I'm Korean, and being like a Korean girl who grew up loving European
Yeah.
Regency period films and TV shows, like to see somebody who looks like me as
Yeah.
the lead in like a period drama, I think has been just like very, I don't know, I feel very existential about it.
Oh, I love it.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm like so obsessed with Yerin. I think she's perfect for this. I think she's gonna do great. And also a bizarre full circle moment also is Katie Lung, who plays
Yeah,
Sophie
yeah.
Beck's stepmother, Araminta. She was like a huge part of my childhood because she played, as you probably also know, Cho Chang in the
Yeah.
Harry Potter films. And she was like the one Asian, um, I don't know, she was like such a role model because she was like the,
Yeah.
the one Asian girl that you saw in like mainstream media, like when I was in elementary
Oh,
and middle
yeah.
school. And so to see her in this too, like with Yerin, I'm like, whoa. I
Oh,
don't know, it's just like such a cool, yeah, cool moment. And when they announced it like a year and a half ago, I was like, please, dear God, don't let anything happen until this season can premiere because I've been waiting for this my entire life.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for this season.
I'm so glad you shared that on the podcast because I think that's just, yeah, this your personal connection to it. And you had mentioned a second ago, like the fandom of Harry Potter, the excitement. So yeah, that the fact that you have a Harry Potter actress in this
I
is
know.
that's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's so Bridgerton does some beautiful things and they're very inclusive and I just love that. I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Woo! And I'm so happy I get to talk with you about this, all of it.
Yeah. Yes. So for our listeners, we plan to cover all of part one, not just episode one of season four, and then part two. So you'll get episodes from us over the next couple of months on Bridgerton season four. And who knows? I think Sunny, you and I we're keeping an eye out for any events in the New York City area. We shall see. This first premiere was in Paris, and I think it makes a little sense knowing now that Luke speaks French. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they wanted to do it there or it's just the city of love. I don't know. It was a good
Yeah.
choice. But
Yeah.
we will be talking Bridgerton with you guys, sharing our thoughts and insights with our friend Stephanie and as well. And yeah, more to come. But hopefully you enjoyed our quick discussion on the Bridgerton season four premiere day. Thanks again, Sunny, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.